Good morning, my friends. Hey, this is Rosa. Hopefully, yes, I got some good sound in this room here. I'm excited because my friends, we're in a new month now. It's July 2024, and it is time to do some rocking and rolling. There's a lot of new things that are happening here in real estate. And, I have the data, I have the info that I want to share with you. So I think that it's very, very important to keep you in the know, right? To keep you inspired, to keep you motivated. Something that I have on my heart that I want you to know this is a journey, right? We're going to talk about the journey in July. And as questions come up, hey, Sharon, Richard, Jolene, thank you so much for joining us. I'm on multiple social media outlets, my friends, whether it's Facebook or TikTok or LinkedIn or Twitter. We are signed up and we are live. So we have plenty of people joining us, and I'm excited about it. But as questions come up, I want you to feel comfortable in asking me the questions that you have because we are going to go through this journey in July together, right? Now, the first thing that we have to realize, the first thing in my heart that I want to share with you is that you know what? There has to be some excitement in life. You have to be on this constant growing journey. Otherwise, you're standing still. And when you're standing still, everything else in the universe is moving forward, right? And thank you so much for your likes and your shares. So it might mean that right now you got up and it's July 2nd and you went to work today and you're just trying to get through the day because you want to get home and have a drink and watch TV and go to bed. Well, what kind of life is that? Are you connecting with other people in your heart, right? In your mind, are you really feeling like you are making the difference that you were born to make? Because you see, you are on this video right now. You have a phone, you have eyes, you have ears to listen to this. And you have the blessings and the talents to be able to connect with others, right? And it might be something as simple as going for a walk with someone that you care about and talking with them. Oh, well, I can't go for a walk where I live because of this or this or this. Okay, well, move. Maybe it means that you're going to go out for ice cream after work. Maybe it means that you're going to take the day off and go to the beach. Well, I always wanted to go to the beach, but I live nowhere near it, and I always dreamed of going to the beach. Well, go to the beach, right? It sounds easy when I just say it that you're going to be able to just do it. But come on, we know we're mature adults, hopefully, most of us, right? We are mature adults to know that it does take some effort, right? It does take some work. It might take some money. It might take some planning. But one of the things I can promise you that most likely, and I'm talking like 99.5%, it's not impossible, right? There are ways in which that if we have the strong enough passion, right? If we have that strong enough want, we can make things happen. Now we're going to go over some July data in real estate. That's when I'm going to really, really get you excited because you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait until I hear what's going on in real estate in Connecticut in July. Well, I'm going to have that for you. So don't you worry. Okay. Now, one of the things to remind all of you is that maybe you might see a lag on some of these systems, but probably one of the easiest ways to see me live is on TikTok. However, all of this will be recorded. It will be on our YouTube video. So as we start going through some of these numbers, as we start talking about some of these items here, I want you to know you're not gonna miss it. You're not gonna have to say to yourself, "Oh my gosh, I can't see what's going on," right? Because we want you to know that hey, this is an opportunity here in July. Let's just make it up, the month of July, to start a new chapter in your life. How about I go by maybe I try to make it work out daily for me. That almost daily I'm gonna try to figure out, and I'm not saying I'm successful every single day because I'll tell you right now, I know I'm not. But every single day, a new journey is a new chapter in my life, right? Some days I really, really work on making sure I'm being closer with my family. Some days, making sure it's doing the absolute best. Which of course we can say, well, we're going to try that every day, but it's really hard, right? We want to be the absolute best for my wife, for our spouse, right? Some days it's with our friends, some days it's with our work, but there has to be a focus, a passion that you're working on. And hopefully it's that journey that coincides with connecting with more people, my friends. So if you like what I'm saying, give me some likes, give me some shares, and we're going to kind of go through that a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit more about, Jim and Mary, how, they were a senior couple and they felt like selling that family home was going to be the hardest thing. They had their children grow up in that home. They had picnics there throughout the summers. They had Thanksgiving Day dinner. They had Christmas or Hanukkah. They had their holidays there. And now here they were thinking that it was almost impossible. And even when they put their home on the market, they were pretty much saying goodbye to every room in their house. You might think that's foolish, but I've seen it happen more than once. And we know that there are some people that they find that love, that embracement with, that physical thing. And I really look at it, I try to focus. Yes, you have emotional ties, but I'd rather have the emotional ties, me in particular, to, another human being or of course, to God in my personal situation. But what they finally realized, right, as they shared a moment together, talking, discussing, that they were going to start on a new journey, right? They had that sense of renewal. They moved into their new space and started decorating it. They were excited about the new friends that they're going to make, the new places they're going to explore, and the new memories that they would create in this new chapter of their lives. And they realized that this is not an ending. In many cases, when you make that move, and you're moving on to something new, something different, it's not necessarily an ending, it's changing course, right? They're going to have more freedom to do the things that they want. They're going to have more freedom to travel. Maybe they're going to save some money. There's a lot of people that they have some equity in those huge homes that they're spending a lot of money on for taxes and insurance and maintenance, right? And now they can move on to the smaller things, but the things that might be more satisfying, more fulfilling, like those morning walks, like coffee with their spouse, with their partner, with their neighbors, like weekend visits from or to their grandchildren, because now they have the opportunity to do those things and they don't have to sit there every weekend and work on mowing that. All right. So this is kind of, this is food for thought, my friends. And Terry, Johnny, Curtis, thank you so much for joining us. Definitely appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's likes and your shares. And so now we're going to move on in this real estate journey with Rosa in July, is we are going to move on to some data. Now, before I show you this data is different from everything you hear about on the news. I just still think that it's amazing these days what I'm hearing on the news. And then sometimes I realize, because I do have to be a compassionate, forgiving person, and I say, well, you know what? They're probably not realizing that they're just talking about national news, national real estate. And the national numbers are just so much different than Connecticut. So what I'm about to show you, right, is we're going to start off here. And this is right from the Connecticut MLS. We call it our smart MLS. Right? You call it what you want to, right? But we call it our smart MLS. Okay. And so what I want to show you is well, what's going on really in Connecticut. So this is all price ranges in our MLS. Okay. This is all property types. So it could be single family homes, townhouses, condos, mobile homes. This is everything. This is all bedrooms, whether it's 1 bedrooms or 8 bedrooms. This is the same information that, everything's included. And this is all sizes. And what I did is I wanted to do a line graph of what we have going on over the last 3 years. Now, if we go all the way to the right, this is for sales price. So the median sales price, the number that's right in the middle of all the homes that have sold, from the lowest price home to the highest price home, is $436,000 in Connecticut, in the smart MLS in Connecticut. And if you look, what is it doing? It's going up still every month. So when you hear on the news, oh my gosh, house prices are going way down. Well, it's not happening in the smart MLS, which is most of Connecticut, my friends. I can tell you that's a darn truth. And if we compare it from June 2024 to, let's just say, June 2023, right? We're up about $50,000, give or take. Okay, from 386 to 436, and that is a 13% increase. So once again, the home prices here in Connecticut have not gone down, and they are, if you look from 1 year ago, from 2 years ago, from 3 years ago, and I can go on and on. In fact, you know what? Let me get a little bit crazy here, and let me just change this here to max. Now, I don't know what it's going to look like, okay? But look over the long term. Let's say from 2003, right, which is 21 years ago, in January, it shows here. Let me find June. June, the home prices, the median home price was 234. 234. You might have been that person that you thought you were going to time the market in these few years here, and that's great. If you can be that person, but over the long run, home prices go up. So when you hear or you get that feeling like, oh, well, I'm just going to wait, right? I'm going to wait until the interest rates go down and the home prices go down. Well, if you're that person, I need you to do me a huge favor. I want you to take my info down. I want you to call me or text me right away, and I need you to send me the Mega Million Powerball numbers, right? Because it's showing me that you think you know how to tell the future. Now I don't, and I'm making a joke of it. I don't know how to tell the future, right? And I'm almost guesstimating that you can't tell the future. So if you want to, we'll go back to kind of what I was talking about. You want to have the best journey in your life, right? You want to enjoy the things that are important to you. Move forward on your journey. The interest rates are going to go up and down. You can refinance with interest rates if and when interest rates go down, right? But the home prices and hopefully your income are going to keep on going up, my friend. Now let's talk about, I heard on the news that there are a lot more homes for sale. Okay. So let's click on homes for sale. Whoa. What's this telling you? What's this line looking like? The homes for sale is going down, 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 down. Right? We have 6,463 homes for sale right now here in the Smart MLS, here in Connecticut. And that's a minus 1.5% of the previous year. In fact, 2 years ago, we had 9,400 homes for sale. So that's about 3,000 homes less, right? How about 3 years ago, we had 11,956 homes for sale here in Connecticut. Right now, we have 6,500 homes for sale, 6,463. Right? So what's that? About 5,000 number of listings difference. And the story goes on and on. And you can see that. Oh, Rob, what about in 2003? Yeah, it was down. It was down to only 11,927. Still today, we're at 6,000. So once again, my friends, don't believe the hype, right? Don't believe necessarily what you're hearing on the news on a daily basis. In fact, if you want me to get you the info on your specific town here in Connecticut, I can do that. Whether it's Amsden or Burlington or Canton, right? I can go through every letter of the alphabet if you want to. Danbury, East Hartford, Farmington, Glastonbury, Hebron, right? Whether it's whatever town it is here in Connecticut, I can get you this info so that you can know the truth, so that you can do what? I hope it's not going to be just sit around and wait. It's so that you can move forward on your journey, right? And that's what you really want to do, right? You want to start a new adventure. Hopefully, it could be by yourself or with another person. And just remember, it's never too late to make that change. That's the truth, right? Every single chapter in your life could be better and different. And I'm just going to go back here to max. I'm just going to do 5 years because I think it's easier to look at, right? Okay, so there's max 5. Here's 5 years. Over the last 5 years, in June of 2019, 5 years ago, we had 22,738 homes on the market. Today, 6,463 as of June 30th. Now, here's the number. We're going to go to pending sales. This is the tough scenario. And you see that it goes up and down because these are usually the months of the year, right? We have less pending sales. Oh, Rob, you're not selling as many homes as you were. This is not just for me. This is all of Connecticut. And I can tell you one thing. I have not a lot, but I do have a few buyers who are not thrilled because they're making offers, but they're not making aggressive offers. And every single time we go to make an offer, we're coming up against 10, 15, 27. That was about 2 weeks ago, right? 27 other offers. So if you want to buy, you need to be aggressive. If you want to change your life circumstance, it's not going to help you. Hey, Richard, Peter, Arthur, thank you so much for joining us. Right? It's not going to help you to just whine about it, to cry about it. I mean, you can cry on my shoulder and I'm going to listen to you, but I'm also going to tell you, hey, listen, your offer needs to be better. And it's not always just about price. It could be about coverage. We can talk about that. It could be something to do with inspections. So that one gets a little bit tricky. It could be about being flexible on the closing date. It could be about offering some free rent to the seller. That's another tricky one that a lot of attorneys don't like. But the whole point is, are you being creative? Are you doing something different and better? Okay, so that's pending sales of what's going on over the last 5 years, which of course pending sales are down, and so are closed sales. We're down 20%. So in the month of June, we had 3,030 closed sales here in Connecticut, according to our listing service. And in June of 2023, we had 3,802. So that's about a 20% difference, about 800 less sold. Oh, well, Rob, I heard on the news, and you know, I say this jokingly, but if you know me, I'm out here talking to people about real estate every day. And I want to give you the latest and greatest info. Okay. So people come up to me quite often I'm talking to, and they're like, well, I heard on the news that houses, you know, they're starting to stay on the market longer. And what do I have to do half the time? Is I try to be respectful, but I also laugh about it a little bit. Because a house that's priced right, 4 P's of marketing, right? Pricing, promotion, product placement. If those 4 P's, which I'm an expert on, I have my master's degree in marketing. I've only been in real estate for almost 24, 25 years involved in buying and selling. Actually, if you include the house that I bought, you know, you're talking about 28. I might know a little bit about real estate, and houses that have those 4 P's in alignment, right? The average or the for June was 7 days on the market. They are going quick, which is 22% less than the market. This June is 7 days on the market. June of 2022 was 14. I mean, well, that was July. Let's see here. June of 2022 was 11 days on the market. How about let's go 5 years ago, June? 5 years ago, June homes on the market in Connecticut stayed on the market for about 43 days. A month and a half. We'd have all kinds of time to plan for a broker open and a couple of open houses and the postcards. And well, 2019, I don't think we were doing Hartford Current. It was a few years before that. But you know, we tried to do newspaper articles and post here. And in today's world, we're putting it on there and we're still spending the money. Believe me, it costs a lot of money to get these houses on the market and post them and do the drone and professional photography and 3D layout, all these different things that we do that make a difference in our marketing plan. right? But we have 7 rocking and rolling, right? And so that's why, and this gets a little bit off track of exactly what I was going to talk about. Hey, Sandra, thank you so much for joining us. That's why when I put a house on the market, I'm going to go over that plan with you, but I work each offer to the max, my friends. Okay. I'm not that lazy agent that's going to put it out there and just say, hey, all final and best offers by Thursday at 5 o'clock. Now, if you're that agent or if that's your agent, don't get at me. If you do get mad at me, I got to tell you, I probably really don't care. Right. And I'm not trying to be so arrogant and so forth. But what I am telling you is someone who sells a property with me, I'm going to entertain every one of those offers. And I am going to try to make sure that each one of those offers, we negotiate it to the max. It's not one and done. What kind of fun is that for me as a real estate negotiator that I love? And am I giving you, as the seller, the absolute best service? I highly doubt it, right? Because one of the things you're going to hire me for is to get you the most money, right? So take a look at, well, what do you got really going on there? What's happening? Okay. Um, Percentage of list price. So this is a little bit interesting, right? And again, what you're going to notice is if I was to run your info, like I had told you earlier, for your specific town, you will find it really interesting about, well, what's going on in the marketplace. Well, this is the median percent of list price. So they're saying, okay, the percent price of home selling is 103.2%, which basically is saying that homes are selling for 3.2% over asking price, over list price. So if you have, and you got to remember, we're talking about mobile homes to condos to townhouses. We're talking about short sales are included in this number. We're talking about foreclosures, bank-owned properties are included in this number, homes that need to be renovated and so forth. We can be talking about a $6,000 home, a 6,000 square foot home, which might be a little bit different, like, than a $300,000 home. $300,000 home, those are probably selling most likely in your town, is my guesstimate. In a lot of towns of Connecticut, is maybe 7, 8, 9% above asking price, right? So you're talking about a $300,000 home. You're definitely talking about people going at 40, 50, 60 grand higher than asking price, right? So that number, depending on your town, what type of property and so forth, and everything that's included, could be skewed a little bit, but I think it's a really pretty interesting number to let you know that here in Connecticut, homes are selling for 3.2% over asking price. What's the average price per square foot? Well, look at that over the last 5 years, right? In June of 2019, you're talking about $148 per square foot on average in Connecticut, and over 5 years, $246 per square foot. Let's take a look at the max info that I can pull from the MLS, right? Well, the max info, 2003, 21 years ago, homes were selling for $144 a square foot. And today, $246 per square foot. So I thought that was interesting. All right. So, my friends, if you really think about things, hopefully you found some really interesting info here. Hopefully you found it to be useful. Now, I'm not 100% done yet, but I did want to help you to understand, and please share or give me any likes or make some comments if you have any. I wanted to share with you really what's going on up in here, right? To help you, what, to do some self analysis, because I truly believe the more self analysis, healthy self analysis, right? Not that self analysis that makes us go down in a spiral, that we are being too hard on ourselves, that we're having no self confidence, that we, that unhealthy, we don't want that. Of course not. But how about the self analysis? Like, hey, I can do a little bit better. Or here's my plan for today. Or here's my plan for the next couple of days. Or it could even be like, hey, I need a little bit of rest, right? I need to take a day or 2 days to just rest so that you can come back. 4th of July, if you were to take a rest today and tomorrow, and you come back 4th of July stronger than ever in front of your family, happy, joyous, ready to love them, ready to show them how much you care during that 4th of July picnic, instead of showing up to the 4th of July picnic like this, right? And then what are you showing your children? What are you showing your grandchildren? What are you showing your brother and your sister? Are you showing your parents that they can rely on you? That you're strong and ready up for the challenge to help them as they get into their golden years, maybe, because maybe they're nervous and scared about that, right? So just know that I am available. I'm here to talk with you. I'm here to review. I'm here, to talk some real estate. And I'm here to talk some personal, because I care about you, right? That's what I do. So this is Rosa. Hopefully your favorite real estate broker here in Connecticut. I hope you have an awesome day, an amazing day. Maybe I'll see you or talk with you before the holiday. And if not, we keep on moving forward, my friends, and know that I'm really only a phone call or a text message or direct message away. I have plenty of ways in which you can get a hold of me. I have free books for you. I have time to meet you next week for coffee or breakfast or lunch. Let's talk. Let's see where you're at, and we'll take it step by step. Again, God bless you. Hopefully we'll talk soon. And I'm definitely wishing you the best of the best, my friends. God bless.